Hello DOS lovers, I wanted to talk briefly about why I love these things, floppy disks. I was going to talk about Warcraft 2, but I just thought it'd be really interesting to share why it is. Now, before I carry on, I just want to say, put in the comments below what your favourite game on floppy disk is and why, and your best memory of that. And the first game that always comes to mind, for some weird reason, is a game I used to play as a kid called Stunt Car Racing. It was a little blue floppy disk, and it only seemed to work on certain computers. It had to be a certain monitor. I think it was EGA, otherwise it wouldn't work. And I think it had to be like a 386 chip, otherwise it just would not work. And it was a great little game, really annoying sound effects. If any of you have ever played Stunt Car Racing, you'll know. And it was really, really irritating. But there was just something about it. There was just some nostalgia that I used to love about this game, which was just really, really good. It was just really, really interesting. And I don't know, there was a thing about it, like going through the campaign of it. And though there was racing games I'd play later on, like Need for Speed and all the rest of it, there was a thing about that game. And then other games that come to mind on a floppy disk isn't this one. This has just had a demo on it, which was really cool. This is actually a demo disc with lots of really basic games on. I can never pronounce any of them because I'm dyslexic and I can't read. But I can a little bit. But there's lots of games on there which are really cool, like a little helicopter game which is really cool. But have any of you ever played Special Agent, which was really cool? I called it Sam because you had to type in Sam and then CD\Sam1 to make it load. And that was a game I always remember playing on floppy disk, taking to school, showing my mate at school, getting people in the class to play it. It just became a bit of a sort of a retro bit of fun there back in the day, playing on the old DOS computers. But yeah, they're the games that come to mind. Things like Prince of Persia, Steel Empire, very early Indiana Jones. I believe it was the Last Crusade. Awesome little game. I'll perhaps talk about it in a video. But I don't know, for some reason I just always think about things like Sam and Stunt Car Racer. And oh yeah, the golf game. I can never remember what it's called. I just called it golf. And it always went, looks like he hit the tree, Jim. Anyway, so put in the comments below any little stories you have of playing games off floppy disks. I just think these floppy disks are just wicked. I know they're not the biggest ones. I know they're not the only type. And I will perhaps talk about more specifically about floppy disks in next few videos. And other games that come to mind. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out the end cards at the end. And come on, tell us your story about floppy disks. Let's go to floppy disk.